There you go.
Cool, cool. How everybody doing?
Good.
Good, good. Oh yeah, so David is actually looking at this document too right now. So yeah, this is the meeting for HVRE for the 5th of August. Yeah, so last week we did not have a meeting because of everybody just like being busy and then just of other things going on. So it was kind of like there's really I was like, there's no there we have a deadline that's been set. Then I think everything should be okay. So that was the first time we ever like really canceled a meeting. Like I think we've done every single week this year, except for that one time maybe, but I could be wrong. Um, so yeah, that was we skipped last week and everything. So we're trying to we're gonna catch up this week and get together. Um, reviewing from last week, reviewing for for from where we met last. We decided that August 10th would be the date for the deadline to get new pieces in. Um, and then also we're still trying to figure out the game balance in the design department. Um, and that's something that I'm gonna talk about in the next part for the next week. Go ahead, Shay. Shay. Shay, you can talk if you want to. No, I can't. Can anybody hear him?
No.
How about now?
Yep.
There you go.
Okay. So this week I just added like placing or using items through the book. That's about it. I put up a new build with that.
True.
Is that on the Google build? If I update from the Play Store. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I saw him. I saw him post it yesterday, or maybe this morning.
Last night.
Last night, yeah, I saw it. Okay, that's cool because I was wondering like last week, the other week, I was like, oh, we can click on stuff, and then I was like, oh, we can't place it yet, but that's fine. I really want to see exactly how it works and everything too.
Cool. So like the food, the treats and toys, you can like craft and place through the book now.
Awesome.
The towers. I wasn't sure exactly how we wanted to sort of represent that. They're a little different because you're upgrading them rather than like crafting new things all the time. And just sort of like how to convey that you're, how to sort of show all that. But anyway, I'd like to maybe get that working next week.
Okay. We could talk about that a little bit, about how to convey the building and stuff like that, or I think we discussed it, but we can talk about it a little bit more, how to convey the building, the upgrading of the tower. And I think for the time being, we're trying to focus on getting the one region done and stuff like that. So we can say, hey, we got one good piece done. And that would be really good. That should work definitely.
There's the second one it's just figuring out exactly how we want to show, again, like in the book, but there's a second one sort of in there.
Okay.
The biggest thing is not so much the towers themselves, is like having like enough cats and stuff to actually, like, because ideally as you move through the towers you also are actually getting new cats and stuff.
Yeah.
I think we talked about in balancing having 3 cats per area.
I was thinking like every tower upgrade has a cat with it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Every tower upgrade has a cat in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Everything that just helped my brain a little bit just now.
What do you think? Do you think that sounds like good, or Or maybe we could have 2 per region.
I think 1 is fine for now, testing wise, and then we could probably see like because we're gonna have a couple of other like non-related to the um like we'll have at least one. Or did we say we wanted to start with 3 base cats that weren't related to upgrades, and then add 1 per?
The smelly cat would be like the cardboard base
Yeah.
cat, right? But we would also have the normal cats
Right.
as well, right? Like the tabby and the calico.
Yeah, I think that there was like 3 that we were gonna have that you could attract. If I'm remembering the conversation right, we wanted to have some base materials, some base cats that are just like there to begin with that you can attract, and work with and craft stuff with. And then per upgrade to the towers, you unlock the next cat and 3 new materials and um, yeah, I think that was it, right? Just that you unlock a cat and 3 new materials.
It sounds very familiar, and this is what I want to talk about later and stuff like that. So yeah,
I think that's what we talked about. We were trying to keep it real simple and keep the number to 3 because that was just it's a module that was easy to work with for right now.
Right. Yeah. It was 3. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we can talk about that. Oh my
I'm
God.
sorry I didn't record that conversation.
Yeah, I really wish we could have and stuff like that.
Yeah, I didn't I didn't take out my computer because I wasn't at a desk, so.
Yeah. Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah. We okay. So yeah, we can discuss that more in the next section.
But as far as like what you were talking about with the having more cats, I think we talked about 3 to start and then adding them as we upgrade, if I remember right.
And what were the thoughts on Sparkle Kitty right now? Is Sparkle Kitty still our mascot?
Yes.
Yeah.
Start with Sparkle.
Yeah, you always start with Sparkle Kitty.
Yeah, you always talk Sparkle Kitty. It's always like is the default stuff like that because Sparkle Kitty is trying to. You're helping Sparkle Kitty try to find other cats and everything because it's alone, so you're trying to find other cats to bring it to its area and stuff. So that's how that kind of idea.
He's the one cat that can't leave.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Pretty much. I never thought of it like that.
Poor kitty. I hope everybody's nice to him.
AR jail.
He's like in Sparkle Kitty is like in a magical berry. He can't leave and stuff. Oh man. Okay. Cool. Thank you, technical and everything. So our department, what do you got going on?
All right. So since we didn't meet last week, some of the things that were accomplished within these 2 weeks. So David made progress on the envelope seal. I don't believe that's animated yet. You're here, David, right?
Okay, cool. So for the mailbox, I have it rigged with a skeleton, and so as an idle, I guess FBX of the mailbox closed with the flag up, and one with it closed and the flag down is in the animations folder. I have kind of like the bare bones of the animation set up for when it opens and then closes, the flag goes down. But I wanted to know, at least on the envelope, did you want to have the envelope coming out in the animation, or did you just want an envelope animation of it closing and opening and then do something with Unity so that it pops up in like the screen?
So we wouldn't need the envelope closing. Like the envelope would be closed in the mailbox.
Right.
And when the mailbox lid opens, it sort of flies out to center screen. And then the envelope top opens up. We get the crafting item, or whatever item we receive.
Yeah.
And then it would just fade. And that item would appear in the inventory, the correct inventory. Does that sound?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
So
might
doing
have like
the-
a sparkle go from the letter to the book or something, just so you know it ended up in the inventory.
That'd be good. Just like a little.
The only thing I wasn't sure is that if the letter is because it's part of the animation, I don't know if you guys be able to add if you guys want to add like an effect on the letter at all on the envelope.
What kind of effect?
Because if I do it in the animation, as it comes in,
Mm-hmm.
you guys, I don't think will have the actual envelope FBX or object itself in Unity. It'd just be in the animation.
It will. You should if they're separate meshes in the animation, they should be. You should be able to like do something on. They show up as separate game objects in Unity if they're separate meshes.
I guess I'm not understanding the question.
Yeah, me neither.
David,
I'm sorry.
do you have something on your screen that you can show us? Or can you draw on your screen? Do you have like a Photoshop or something that you can like illustrate for us what you're talking about? Or can somebody else ask the question a different way so I understand?
Yeah, so it sounds as though. Okay, go ahead. Actually, just say your question over again, David, and then we can talk about it. I mean, then we can maybe hear it one more time, and then we see if we can try to parse and everything, understand what you're trying to get to. David.
Hello?
Buddy.
I think we lost him.
Did we lose him? No, he's still in here. It was something about him about being able to. Yeah.
Shay, do you understand what he's asking?
I think so. I think it's not a problem. Like I think there's something about like wanting to do something with this envelope. And it sounded like he didn't think that the envelope would be like separate at all from the mailbox, but sounds like what he's saying is that's not the case. As long as they're separate meshes, even if they're in the same FBX file, they're ultimately like when you put them in the scene, you get like separate game objects for the mailbox and the letter, and you can do stuff on the letter.
I see.
You can even do stuff to the animation if you want. Like if you make an animation outside Unity, you can even do stuff to the animation in Unity.
Okay.
So Shiloh's idea of maybe having like a little sparkle or particle effect move from the center position where the crafting item is to the book to signify that now you have something in the book.
Yeah, it's a simple particle effect. I don't think that should be very difficult.
No, it's not difficult at all.
And I think it would kind of tell people that to look in the book for the next thing.
And so the way I had it set right now was like the letter comes out. It's all not actually functional yet.
Yep.
But I've had Alia try to do it. The letter comes up and like shows you what items that you got from the cat. Like it shows the cat they're from and the items. And then there's like an accept button.
Yeah.
That you click and then like you get the stuff.
Yeah. So it just ends up in the book and under the inventory.
Yeah. And so like part of it, like we wanted maybe to get rid of words and have like an image, but
yeah,
I thought it'd partly be conveyed just by that button. And then
if it was just a check mark or something, or something super
simple.
You need
to open the envelope.
Yeah. Well, I thought like it was basically So it should be conveyed just by visually in the letter that you see that like you're getting these items. I think. And then then something like a particle effect would be just like an extra. This is where those items are now.
Yeah.
And
It'd
maybe there's
be
Yeah.
fluff or whatever. Juice.
Juice,
Yeah.
which is fluff too.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
So we would probably we would need 2 interactions. We would need the interaction to tap on the mailbox when it has mail in it, and then we would need to tap on the envelope to open it to receive what's in it. Or do
I
we
think
just
when it
skip
comes
that?
out of the mailbox, it would automatically open.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's
gets
just
the
an
center
extra
screen.
step that they don't need.
Yeah, it gets the
Yeah.
center screen, then opens.
Uh-huh.
We don't need to interact with it. Okay.
Yeah. And then once it's open, you see the object, and if you click on it, it just the envelope or the letter disappears and ends up in the inventory.
Okay.
Kind of like
Yeah.
what Jay was
Okay.
talking about.
Now, you guys thinking 30 frames would be good for this,
Oh, yeah.
or feeling maybe 45?
I think 30 frames should be fine. It's
Okay.
This is the envelope opening, right?
Well, this is for the mailbox, spitting out the envelope and all that.
Shay, do you think we need the animation for that, or can we just do it in code?
The envelope opening.
Yes, animation.
Animation? Okay, fine.
Yeah, and he can
So
he can speed that
What?
up or slow it down as he needs to, David. So 30 frames is fine.
All
I
right,
wouldn't worry
and
too much
that
about number of frames.
Yeah.
okay.
However many frames you think to make it look good.
Yeah.
All right, and that's for the envelope opening.
Yes.
Envelope opening and coming out of the mailbox.
And coming out of mailbox. Gotcha. All right.
So the mailbox door opens, the envelope comes out, and then the envelope opens, and the letter comes out.
No letter. No, just an envelope.
It's envelope.
Wait, I thought there was a letter though.
Yeah, I thought there was a letter too.
What?
I thought there was like a letter that showed you
What you got. Like the envelope opens and then a letter appears on your screen.
I was thinking the actual 3D model of the crafting item.
Well, it'd probably be best to just like not the 3D model itself, but a 2D representation of
Yeah, an image on a sheet.
3D model.
image of it, and that'd be the letter itself.
Yeah.
I also liked on the letter. Well, because I also liked on the letter the idea of having like the cat. It was fun.
Yeah, the cat print, like the signature at the bottom.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, that's really cool. I like that. That's cute.
Because it sort of helps you. Well, it helps you understand like how that's actually working. That this cat gave it to you. So
this is new to me. So we're going to do an animation for the letter opening as well when it comes out of the envelope.
Is that cool, David?
Like,
Well, I don't have.
Go ahead.
Like I don't have I have the envelope, but I don't have the letter.
Okay, so a simple solution for now could just be a
So
rectangle with the images on it. The same images that we're using in the book. The only additional
I have a placeholder one in there right now that's like a cube that I scaled a little bit.
Yeah.
That should work fine.
Yeah.
All right.
That'll be fine for our demo that we're trying to get together.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
Then eventually it could be like a paper folded 2 ways that could just like open up and have the cat paw print on it, right? With the 2D image of the 3D model of the crafting item.
That's some nice juice, possibly.
Yeah.
That'd be some nice juice in the future, possibly. I think for now we'll do a quad, but if we get to a point where we can actually add that opening,
make it
not a quad.
No,
okay.
It should have a little bit of a 3D.
Okay, I feel you. So small square, so a thin
Okay.
cube.
Yeah.
Does that make
cube and make it like thin? And...
Does that make sense, Zach?
I believe so. A quad?
No,
he's just gonna use a very thin rectangle,
Yeah, that's fine.
and then
Yeah.
we'll apply the image to the face of that rectangle. It'll use the same graphic from the book, and then it'll have the only additional thing is maybe we want to have a kitty paw print for each cat that's a little different. Maybe it's a different color, or I don't know how that would work.
I don't know if we can get that in time for the August 10th,
Yeah.
but we can do something. We can just
If it just has the image of the item for now, that
yeah,
would be all right for the demo. I think
I agree.
that conveys the information that we need, but it'd
That's
be
right.
really nice to have the cat paw later.
Okay. That sounds good. And just continuing what we have done for this week.
Yeah.
Jared finished modeling Sparkle Kitty.
Awesome.
Painted. It's he figured out how to rig it, but would like David. He would like your feedback on
Yeah.
the changes to rig so you can animate it well in the future.
Yeah, I'll take a look at it this week.
Sweet. And for me, I finished the Arctic Castle concept.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was awesome. Good job.
Yes, it's really great.
Ooh.
I just want to. Okay, there it is. Wow.
I totally want to 3D print that one. Hey, bring that one up for the screen, Leonard.
Yeah. Oh, can I show what's actually in Discord?
Can you drag your Discord over?
Change windows. Application. What is that?
I think that's your
Google.
fire alarm.
I don't know if I can. It's kind of weird. I don't know how you show. Yeah, I don't know how to show it in the thing.
Yeah,
if anybody knows how to do it, let me know and I'll do it. But
where is it at? I can show it in the video.
It's
under art.
In the art, yeah.
Yeah, there it is. That's awesome.
So the
Region 3
crafting
Arctic
items for
Tower.
that might just be like ice and stone.
Yeah. And mushrooms.
That works out really well. Goodness gracious.
So
I'm sorry, y'all. I can't show it in the thingy.
It's okay. I've got it in the video.
Okay, cool. Fully cooler.
So.
All right.
Good job, Zach.
Yes, great job. Yeah, definitely, buddy.
How do I get out of this? All right, escape.
You're just like Misha. Like, how do I do this?
All right, back to the. I'm now back on your screen.
Fully cooler. Awesome. Thank you, art department, for all the hard work you're putting in.
Yeah, great job, guys. This is really art heavy, so you guys have been doing a wonderful job.
Yeah, we definitely have a great team that's been able to make things work and stuff. So it's been good. So I guess a couple of things. Oh, it's funny I didn't put the sound stuff in there. So I won't talk about it because that's the rule. If I don't put it in there, you don't talk about it. Screenshot Saturday. I didn't get a chance to do it yesterday. Sorry about that. It's funny. I told myself I was trying to focus on it, but I didn't get a chance to. But yeah, it's just been a busy couple days.
It's been a busy week. It's okay.
Yeah, it's all right. And then we continue testing whenever we see things or issues. Just create a card and let Shay know about it pretty much. As we continue working on it. All right, so goals for this week. And so this is where I have to just let go of my, I guess my pride and just say, I got it. Who's echoing?
Oh, it stopped.
Okay. So yeah. So I don't know if anybody saw the note. I'm sorry. I completely forgot a lot of the things we talked about for that meeting where we're talking about the balancing. And so I tried to start working on that and I just did not know exactly what I should be doing.
Okay.
So
we can work on it after a while.
Yeah, I'm really, really sorry, guys. I'm really it was.
I saw you write down a bunch of notes.
I did write my notes and everything. I started doing through it and stuff. Then as I going through it, I was like, this doesn't. I was like, I don't. I feel like there's something missing that I'm not finding, and so because of that, I just couldn't. Yeah, I there was some. There's like a big piece that's actually missing from making this make sense and work, and so the reason and so for because of that reasoning, I was wondering because in order to get the balancing right and everything, we have to let both the technical and art get it. Okay, so I don't think the game can be balanced by the May August 10th deadline. Uh, so I think that. So I was like, oh, should we push? That's the reason why I said was working the goal of August 10th, or should we push back the goal to 17th? Because I can't get the game. We can't get the game balanced by then because doesn't leave enough time for Shay and also yeah, it doesn't leave enough time for technical and art to actually get things together in order to actually balance stuff. Because we need a lot more materials. Possibly, we need also like
Okay. Well, here's a question for you.
yeah,
I get what you're saying. Can we? So the deadline that we had proposed for August 10th was for Ludum Dare,
right.
and the reason we did that was so that we could have people test it at the whatever gathering we have.
Yeah, I haven't heard of a gathering. By the way, I don't know if anybody's gonna be
Okay.
doing it. I think Game Dev Lou might do it and stuff like that, but I can't go to. I'm not actually. I'm going. Yeah.
So, Shay, where do you think we are as far as having something demoable by the 10th? It may
I
not
think we
have like
could.
all of this stuff, but is what we have
I think
right
we
now
could,
something we can
and
get
also
in?
so like it's not gonna if we go show it and if we want to like go demo it like and just go have someone play it for a few minutes, we don't need to worry about having like uh the two regions and like 3 stages of each region and 6 cats you can attract. Like no one's gonna they'd have to play it for hours to like get through all that content, so we don't
Yeah.
need to worry about having all that content.
Okay.
Good
Like I
point.
think for like the initial stuff would be more like having someone play it for like 5 minutes
Mhm.
and like are they able to like place an item and attract one cat? Uh, More like that sort of thing is where
So
we're at now.
what I had
So I
hoped
don't
for
think
was more of the tutorial. I don't think we're there yet though. We don't have any
uh
like highlighting or anything like that yet.
no.
But we can point them in the right direction, I think.
Um yeah, and we'll so I don't think we necessarily if we're standing there
Yeah.
we're sure not there yet. Um like the first thing is just like
Making
I
sure
don't know. I
that
mean,
they
it's
can
important that
place it and it
people
feels
sort of.
right.
It's important that people sort of understand how to do things, but it's more like is it even like does it even feel at all good to like use the book to place items the way we're doing it?
Yeah.
Um, or
Those are
should like that system entirely change?
yeah.
And if that like if the way the book works needs to entirely change, then like I wouldn't worry about like tutorializing
Right,
that
right.
yet.
Exactly. No, that makes sense.
Um,
So what we have now might be a good thing for it anyway, and just get as far as we can by the 10th, and just have people play it and get some feedback.
Mm-hmm.
What do you
it'd be
guys think?
nice.
I agree.
It's hard, like even it's hard the way we sort of talk about working.
Mhm.
It's a sort of a longer, like we talk about like to get any materials. You basically like the idea was you like close the game and come back
Mhm.
the next day, maybe even, and you have materials. It's very sort of somewhat of a slow thing.
Can we do something that
Um,
sort of speeds that up?
yeah, I mean we can easily make it so like a cat comes and then you play with it once and then you maybe the cat leaves and then you immediately get some in the mailbox or something. Um, that could be very fast. Um,
Okay.
like just a reduced version to kind of get them through
Yeah.
the process a
I mean,
little
again, it's
faster.
just inherently the way the game is. It's
Yeah.
not a lot of what the game is not something you can easily pick up in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Right. It's gonna be. It takes a bit.
I feel like games like platformers are easier to just
Yeah.
have someone demo and quickly get into doing the thing.
Mhm.
Well, what do you
Okay.
think, Shake? Because you're kind of our
The
tech
most experience.
guru, and
Yeah.
yeah, you are definitely the most experienced here. For
Um,
just would aiming for the 10th be beneficial, and would
I
showing be
mean, if we're
beneficial?
around people, I think we could have something that be. I would like feedback just on
Some of the
like
basics.
just the initial prototype of the book, like
Yeah.
how do people feel about it.
Okay.
So
So
if
then
people to try it,
for the
like,
test build, it's just going to be the book and then like some of the toys, how that works.
yeah, like just we have a few toys to be able to place. Might be nice to get right now the basically the cat interaction could use a little work. And like the toys, like the laser pointer, you just have the cat be able to play with the laser pointer and stuff like that.
You're breaking up.
What about the mouse?
What?
Is it too early to put the mouse in the game?
So I could try to get as many of those done. Probably. I mean, that would probably be a better focus for now. Like if you want people to try it, um, not worry about stuff like the cat mood and the getting items in the mailbox and all that, which again is a sort of a little bit sort of longer play thing. And maybe try to get just some toys in there and again, so get people just playing with using things from the book and then also like playing with toys and those are easier things for people to quickly test and see how they feel, and they're sort of important things for like getting users to play and see how they feel.
Mhm.
Okay,
If there's
that
any
makes
art
sense.
that you think of that I could do this week that would help to sort of tutorialize the beginning of the game.
No, I wouldn't worry about it. Also, like if we want for the next, if we want something done by next week, art should be done this week.
Totally couldn't understand that.
Your voice is going.
But me, everyone started breaking up a little bit.
Yeah, you're breaking up.
Yeah, everybody's breaking up.
Okay.
The last thing I said was just if we want like something done by next week, say art for it should be done this week. So then I have the next week to put the art into the game. So I wouldn't worry about if we want something for next week. I wouldn't worry about any more art.
Okay.
I agree. I think we have enough possibly be able to do what's necessary in order to actually get it in there. Um, yeah.
So
So it
continue
seems
working for the next version. You know,
right.
we know what assets we need to continue to work on, but for the showing, we don't need to worry about having that for the 10th. Pretty much
Right.
where you're at is what Shay will work with for that.
Exactly. That makes sense. Okay, so we are definitely still going to go for the August 10th then.
I think so. I think it's important
Okay.
to follow through.
Yeah.
And, you know, a lot of times you have to just sort of work with what you have and make the best of it. And you know, it's great to have goals and work towards those goals, but it also, you know, sometimes you just have to like, okay, this is where we're at. We still want to utilize the opportunity, Um, here's what we can do to do that. So
Right.
I think that what Shay is saying makes a lot of sense, and we can get some good feedback. So I think you guys are fine. I don't think you need to have everything balanced, and I don't think you need a million assets before then. So
Right.
Okay.
don't panic, don't stress.
Um, you know, I don't stress. I don't panic at all. Mm. Um,
And
yeah.
Shay, do you feel pretty comfortable with that? Do you need any help?
I think I can. I think it's fine. So like basically my focus would just be getting toys to function a little bit better.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, another thing. I started on the move collar thing.
Yeah.
I haven't actually really gotten much of the cat's mood going up and down doesn't really happen yet. And that could be that might be a little complex. All the different ways that the mood changes.
Yeah.
And I think we need to talk a little bit about maybe how that works exactly. But but yeah. I had a little bit of concern about the collar being visible enough.
Let's see. Does the
There's like one big jewel that has color that's can easily be hidden from like the cat's head being in the way, and then there's like 3 more tiny little jewels that are very hard to see when you
so
actually
maybe
get
increase
into the
the
game.
size?
What?
Maybe we could just increase the size of the tiny.
Yeah, maybe if all jewels were just as big as the big one, that might be fine.
Okay.
I had for the moment actually set it up so that the whole collar changes color, just so I can easily see it for testing.
I'm looking for the color right now. Do we? I know that it exists, but I don't know where it is.
I just grabbed it off of the chat.
Oh, okay, I see it. Oh, okay. Yeah, the gym might need to be a little bit bigger.
Or the color, the whole color might not be a bad idea.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe we just have a whole collar change color.
Yeah. Yeah, we gotta do the whole collar.
Because even the whole collar is not that terribly big once you actually get it into the game.
Right. Yeah, we gotta do the whole collar. Thank you for mentioning that, Shay. Yeah, I can see that being definitely a problem.
Green?
Huh?
You mean make the whole collar the color of the
mood?
I think so. I don't think that. I think I can see that being a problem definitely. So I agree with Shay.
Yeah. And maybe if you don't like how it looks, we can play with.
Yeah, that too.
If you like the jewels, maybe the jewels could be bigger, and then maybe the whole collar changes color, but it's sort of a less saturated color.
That's what I have in the concept. I had for the green neutral, I made the collar green like a neutral green.
Yeah, and then the jewels are brighter green. Or something.
Brighter and with a glow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that could work. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was based upon the old cat, though.
It doesn't matter that much.
Oh, you don't think it matters that much? Okay. I wonder if the new cat. What's interesting with the new cat? It might actually be all right. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll play around with it.
Like basically the color scheme, the basic sort of look of it.
Yeah.
This isn't really something we need in by the 10th, but I want to let Jared know the other crystals as big as the main. I mean, the other gems as big as the main one. And then we could make the color the same color as.
I wonder. Yeah. I heard a little bit what you just said, Zach, but I barely got any of it. Something's going on with the internet right now.
Yeah.
but what can you say that one more time? What you said? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just like what we agreed upon. Just I'm gonna let Jared know
Yeah.
to make the other gyms on the collar the same size as the main gym, and we can go ahead and make the collar a lower saturated color of the mood.
Yes. Yeah, so we can change the color and stuff like that more easily.
You can add that to the action items on the agenda if you don't mind.
Yeah, if you could do that, actually, that'd be great.
Okay. Shay, what's the best color Jared should go for to make, so you can make it more evident? You can change the color. Is it fine as it is now? The color of the collar?
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, I also can change colors just as easily in Uni.
Just want to make sure what he has is fine for you to do that. Okay, I'll add that unless someone is. Let's see.
All right. Cool. Alrighty, so thank you for mentioning that, Shay, and thank you for Zach for figuring that out. We're going to stay for the goal of August 10th, and whatnot. I don't know. They're trying to meet up in Game Dev Blue. I don't know if RJD is going to do anything. I think there's something happening that Friday night with some people. Actually, there's something I'll be going to a party on Friday night, August 10th and stuff like that. So and
yeah,
some of the people
I'll be
that
busy all day August 11th, but
yeah. Oh, I'll be in Louisville August 11th and stuff. I'm going to Pogo.
I mean, just some Tuesday night. If you're wanting like to get people to test, just some
Tuesday would
night
probably be better.
Yeah, it would be.
If we wanted to just do the following Tuesday or something.
That's
yeah.
fine.
Okay.
I think the more important part is having a goal and then having people test it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's for Ludum Dare. People probably wouldn't want to test it as much for Ludum Dare anyway, if we're really thinking about it. So.
Right, because they're going to be completely focused and work on their project in the time being anyway. So that's not really helpful to do it. It's just a good date to decide upon. It was a good date to decide upon based upon our culture and life and figuring out a date so we can actually say, okay, let's get this piece done.
Yep.
Yeah.
It worked out that way. Okay, fully cooling. All right, so design department for so I guess after Shiloh making it more clear to me, continue working on figuring out the balance needed for the project, and then also we need to Shay mentioned today how to convey the upgrading of the towers, so we can discuss that in a Tuesday night meeting.
Hey, your screen is blank, by the way.
Oh, baka, my bad. I
don't know what happened. It stopped sharing. There we go.
There we go. All right. You can see it now?
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah, so we're gonna figure the balance needed in the project, how to create the upgrades for the tower so we can meet up on Tuesday and talk about that continuously. Because like I said, Leonard just forgot everything and he needs help.
Yeah, we'll work on it Tuesday.
Yeah. So also technical, I guess you're going to get the toys to work for the August 10th deadline. Is that correct?
Sure.
Cool. Awesome.
It's probably actually going to be like August 3rd.
Yeah, actually that'd be better.
14th.
I don't know if I'll actually have it done by the 10th.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that 14th is the Tuesday. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the 14th is the date that we're going to be moving to.
All right, cool. Art, what's going on with y'all?
All right. So, Jared has been working on painting. Let's see, I can't think of which cat, but one of the cats, and I'm going to try to do some of the texture painting as well, hopefully on the OBJ model.
Oh, hey, did you see that you can paint using Photoshop?
Yeah, it's something I've tried out
Oh, okay.
briefly,
It looks
but
pretty cool.
yeah, and hopefully it'll work even better with this low poly model.
Yeah.
Lower. But continuing on, um, David, if you would continue working on the mailbox animation and
Yeah.
envelope, and for me, I will be finishing up the castle mailbox concept, as well as starting the Arctic mailbox,
Awesome.
figuring out how that'll look. Let's see, for modeling, I have on low priority the Arctic Tower for Jared, um, since we want to focus on the cat textures for now. Um, I made a note on the mouse animation. If you haven't everything, Shay, you need from David, right, to be able to test the mouse.
I
Hey,
haven't actually.
Leonard,
Yeah.
I
we're
haven't actually
watching
tried
your
bringing
screen.
it into Unity
My bad.
yet.
Sorry.
Huh?
So I haven't actually tried bringing it into Unity yet, but I think I just need the mouse with the little animation of it moving. I think you got that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that should be in the animation folder of the main Google Drive.
Okay. Is there a link to that? Jared was putting stuff on Trello, which was sort of nice. It was all just like listed nicely.
Yeah, animation folder is in the art folder in the drive.
Okay.
I feel like there was a link though. I'm not sure where it is on Discord.
I mean, for now, I can find it.
I'll post the link in a second. And I just added make gems on collar as big as the main gem. So that'll be what we focus on this week.
Or at least bigger.
Huh?
At least bigger. They may not need to. I don't know. We never did show it on the screen, and I don't know where it is, so I don't know what it looks like. But
yeah, I'd like to see how it looks actually in the scene. So I don't want to make them too big.
Yeah. Bunch of spikes.
Big green spikes. Yes. No, that's for Bowser Kitty.
Bowser Kitty. Aww.
I love him. I love them all. Alrighty.
That's all.
Okay, that's all. All right. So for the sound department, I've kind of become the lead in the sound. Honestly, I've been communicating with Chris and Greg. So right now, there's two pieces of background music that both of them have created. So I guess we need to decide on exactly like which one to use and see exactly which one we feel comfortable with, and that we have to make a decision like which one actually just works, based upon we gave them all those examples, and so now we can decide exactly what works and what doesn't work. Where can we maybe we could possibly use both of them, and I think that for actually yeah, we'll have to see and everything. I'll have to think about that. There's no reason why we can't use both. I have to figure it out.
I've noticed in games, I kind of like when something like a music plays repeat for a little while, then sort of maybe stops or fades off, and then maybe a couple minutes, 2 or 3 minutes later, the new song starts up, and that goes back and forth. So the player doesn't get too tired of
Okay.
That could be a possibility.
Yeah, we could. I mean, literally just have the two songs like going back and forth, possibly, um, because they're yeah. So yeah, we'll talk about that. So in marketing, I'm still doing try to get back on Screenshot Saturday and try to do better. So yeah, I'm sorry, y'all.
You're doing
I guess
great. Don't worry about it.
yeah. All right. Thank you. Yeah. So for QA testing, do we want to? We can. There are people that have been really interested in this game, stuff like that. Do we want to like open up the beta portion of Android in order to actually have people other than us playing it?
Not right now.
Not right now.
No, I'd get it to
I don't
make
think
sure
so.
Okay.
I'd get it to be more of a complete playable thing before doing.
All right.
Right now, it's just like constantly half working, work in progress.
Okay.
Maybe after the book is built and working right, and so it's like upgrading and stuff. Maybe after that.
Yeah, once all the features that we're adding right now are functional.
Okay. All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you. I got rid of that. Okay. All right. So we've looked at the agenda and everything, worked through that. So now comes a portion in which um, we can talk about pretty much like anything involved with the project in which we need to get done. And then also, I think there was a mention of a Mormons Mansion or something, and Shiloh want to talk about. But first, I think first we can focus just on like this project, and then we can talk about whatever for that. Let me see. So, yeah, this balance sheet is I don't. Yeah. Actually, you know what? Can we talk? Can we just do the balance sheet on Tuesday?
Yeah, we can work on it in person on Tuesday.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. 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 That's fine. Yeah, I'll be good. Um. Yeah. Oh, I added three.
I might
I
also
added
just
three of
talk
those
about
right
it.
there.
What, Shay?
I might also just talk to Leonard about it since
Yeah, feel free if you guys.
he's mainly working on it. So I have a lot of things to say about it. But.
Please,
Okay.
absolutely, yeah. We're guessing here, and I know you've got a lot of experience.
Yeah. Yeah. You have what? Yeah. You did whatchamacallit. You definitely. I added three things right there: the battery, mirror, and metal tube for the laser. Um. So those are actually new materials that I just kind of came up with today because we have a laser pointer in the game.
We have at least some of those materials, I thought.
Well,
Jared has a battery model.
We have a battery. I don't think we have metal. A mirror sounds easy to make.
sounds what?
A mirror sounds easy to make.
Yeah, mirrors are easily made. You can actually make a mirror in Unity.
Just make it in Unity.
Yeah.
It'd be nice. I don't know. Just for the workflow, it'd be nice if it was just its own model. But
Yeah. Does that make sense though? Does that like the three piece? A metal tube, a mirror, and a battery can combine to make a laser pointer.
Yeah, but just make sure that those could also be used for something else down the road, maybe.
Yeah, they could be as well. Yeah.
nice. Yeah, it'd be nice if. Well, so this is first of all, this gets to one of my big first things was think more about the items we want to have in there.
Yeah.
And then the materials sort of come from that.
Yeah.
More than trying to very first thing list all the materials.
Yeah.
I feel you. I did.
It would be nice to, like you said, to find ways of like each material is used at least twice, or like at least some of the materials are used twice. Like so the laser pointer, I wouldn't want like laser pointer to have three materials that are only used for laser pointer. Maybe the laser pointer has three materials, and two of them are used for something else also, and one of them specifically for the laser pointer. That's fine. Actually, that probably works really well.
Maybe metal tube could just be metal
And maybe the metal tube.
or something.
I mean, we could make other. Maybe the mouse needs a little bit of metal because it has
So we'd probably want to start with the cats and their regions and have items that sort of pertain to the cats and their regions, right? Because we had talked about getting
So
a toy, a treat, and a tower per level.
Yeah, so it should be sort of like
Or a toy
top
and a
down,
treat.
like
Yeah.
So the biggest thing first, like we have our regions, and we figure out like what cats we want in each region, and what toys each cat wants, and then what materials you need to craft those.
Yeah, and we'll find stuff that can be common among all of them. It'd probably be kind of like you said, one of them would be just for the one item, and then.
All right, see you, David.
Bye, David.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to speak over you, Charlotte.
That's okay.
Go ahead.
Like Shay was saying, one common item that would be used with a lot of different stuff, maybe. One semi-rare item, and then one item that's used only for that item, only for that one thing, maybe.
So, in other words, don't. Well, in other words, we gotta be creative about if we have those few materials, we need to make sure that they can also be used on different items.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I feel you on that.
And there could be a little bit of a combination of, I mean, as we're sort of working through, there could be a little bit of a combination of you have all these materials and you come up with another item that you like that uses those materials.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be necessarily that like you strictly come up with all the items and then all the materials, but I think it's a better place to start.
We already know the battery will be used for multiple things. The
Yeah,
mouse
exactly.
and the butterfly.
Yeah,
Probably
it'll be a
more.
common item.
Also, since Leonard keeps adding cats, well, wait, I don't even understand what he's doing now.
Yeah.
First of all, I would just not even have cats in the same thing with all the things that you craft. So you have a spreadsheet of things that you craft and what materials you need,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'd almost have cats as a separate spreadsheet. If you really wanted them in the same spreadsheet, I guess you could, and then like under materials, you'd have to start listing all the. No, I just would have a different spreadsheet.
Yeah, you guys feel free to talk about it. Shay's, I think his intuition on it's pretty good. So, Leonard, if you wanted to chat with him about it and get some ideas for.
Yeah,
we could talk about it more on Tuesday if you guys are up for that. Shay, do you think you can make it Tuesday to help out?
I can. Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be really helpful because woo.
Then we could pick your brain a little bit because you're real smart about this stuff.
Pick so hard. Yeah, because this is something brand new. I think Shiloh and I mentioned that this is brand new that we've never touched before.
We're trying, but it'd be helpful to have somebody helping on it.
I need to read those articles again too.
Yeah, those articles were good.
Yeah,
but they might be a little more complicated than what we need.
Exactly, but it's still good to like have that stuff in my brain possibly. So yeah,
pivot tables. I don't even know how to do that. But they said pivot tables are amazing, and that designers should know how to use pivot tables because it makes you use them.
Oh yeah, they are good. I mean, so like pretty much for a pivot table, you can do like so you can do. I'll just do it really quickly. So you would just be like, where is it? Where's pivot tables? That just ruined my whole thing.
Yeah, you're in Google's version.
Oh yeah, I don't think there's pivot. I don't think that. Yeah,
they might call it something else in there.
Completely.
I think I also feel like Google Sheets is not quite as full of features as Excel.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's not. Okay, no, this is this. Oh, pivot tables right in front of us. Oh wow, that's a whole different thing. Never mind. Go back. Yeah. Go back. Go back. Okay. I don't know what that is.
I think that's the same thing as.
I don't know.
It, it has pivot tables. They're sort of the same thing as the Excel ones. Yeah.
Well, I'm
That's not-
told that that would be a good thing to know for, or I've read, not told, I read that pivot tables are extremely useful when creating um, spreadsheets for design purposes,
Mhm.
um, and that it would be good to learn how to basically create a playable, like create spreadsheets that you can essentially play the game on the spreadsheet. So,
Exactly.
Leonard.
Yeah.
So then they're trying to play with the pivot table and you delete it.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. My bad. My apologies, Shay. I'm bad, bud. Um,
So yeah,
I did see an extra one pop up. I was like, why is the extra one there? Okay, bye
Because
bye.
I added it. If you didn't make it, maybe someone else is trying to do something.
no, I'm not in it. I'm just watching you guys.
All right. Yeah, so we can talk about it on Tuesday.
Yeah, y'all take a look
that
at
may
it
be more
and then teach
cool.
us something. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. All right. Fully coolly.
But
Um,
I think we're pretty much all on the same page.
yeah, I think we are too. After just a busy week and weekend last week and all that stuff. So
Hey Zach,
yeah.
you gonna be back Tuesday?
Yeah.
Awesome! Yay!
Oh, you've been out of town, haven't you?
Yeah, he has.
Been driving around.
Yeah.
Seeing Radiohead.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
awesome.
Alrighty. I guess now I can turn the floor over to Shiloh real quickly.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I wanted to
do
talk
you
about
want to
that.
talk about? So I don't know if Shay knows about it, but you can talk. We can talk about it really quickly. Or
Yeah.
however long.
So, anybody that's interested in wrapping up Mortimer's Mansion, I would really like to push to try to get that at least as a playable alpha or whatever on Steam. Um, I think it'd be huge for people to have on their resume, and I feel like it's close enough that we probably could get it on there. I want to talk to Shay about it because I know he has some pretty good standards for what he wants to do with it. But whatever the case may be, I'd like to get a list together of what needs to be done, so that I can help out because I feel motivated to help out as much as I can. And if there's stuff that I can do, I will do it and try to get this published on Steam. I still have my Purity account, so we can do it through that and just get it out there so that we can get some people playing it. If you
Right.
guys are up for it.
So for me,
I think that having a shipped item for some of us would be like huge. So
yeah, it would be awesome, huge. I feel like our ship product was Dreams, but
Dreams.
yeah, but we also we're sitting on this
Really
really
amazing
solid
work.
project.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
really good project and it's still
yeah,
better than a lot of the free stuff that's on Steam. So I think
yeah,
I'd like to get it out there. And it didn't seem like there was a whole lot. And if it's a playable alpha, we can continue to update it. We don't need to worry too much about it being like flawless. I think, just getting it out there for people to play at home, getting some feedback from people, maybe build a community online that, maybe we can get some people telling us. I'm sure we're going to
yeah.
have some people telling us that we're stupid and whatever else too. There's always trolls. But in there's going to be some truth, and we'll be able to get some feedback. And I would like to continue working on Mortimer's Mansion as a second project. And I know there might be some people out there that would be interested in also working on Mortimer's Mansion. But I just thought I'd throw it out there for you guys because it was a solid concept. Now we already have a system in place, so it'd pretty much be level in puzzle design, and then assets and voice and all of that.
Not sure if it would need any 2D art. I don't know.
It's probably gonna be 3D art heavy, yeah.
Yeah. Which we can grab from the Play Store, not the Play Store, the asset store we did before. So here's what's happening for here's what's happening for me. So in a couple of weeks, my semester starts, and I get start focus on that. I'm also still in the process of doing the UK stuff in October.
Mhm.
It's stuff in the middle of October that stuff ends, and then after that, I'm going back to working on AR stuff. Um, but if I have time here and there, you can ask me for advice and stuff like that for Mormons Mansion, and I'll be completely honest, it is past a beta state. It is really past that state, in my opinion. I feel like it's because there's only the only bugs I was working on when I tried to get it ready to release was how things look in the hand, and that's about it. Everything else like works superbly. We
So
even got we even got we got credits in there as well.
awesome.
So yeah, so it works and stuff like that.
So
And
Shay, are you listening?
Yeah.
What would
what are
you
your thoughts,
say
buddy?
it would be missing to get it on Steam?
I'd have to play it again. Uh, I did not. I don't know if I feel as strongly about it being as good as what Leonard does, but because there's can Leonard play through the game and not have it break, and then there can another person play the game
Yeah.
was a big problem.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, I thought I could. And I've done it. Okay.
no, no,
Well,
no, no, not. I said there's. It's not. I'm not worried about you being able to play through the game.
right.
I'm worried about can some random person we don't know who downloads it on Steam actually complete the game.
A kid spamming a button.
So do we have a version that we can just send out to people? Because I have several people with Vives that I can send this to.
I can make a build and put it back in the. I can put it in the. If y'all can see us in the folder, I'm in. So there's a show build that was made last year. Um, I have no idea how what it is ready. So what I'll do, I'll create a um, and I'll create a new build today and place it in there.
Okay.
And so Charlotte, after that, you can go ahead and send it out to people and see exactly like if they're able to play it and all that fun stuff. Because I think of course it's on the repo,
Mhm.
but I pretty much have all that stuff still set up on my computer.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll make a build. Um, that's where I'll make a build today and I'll put it in there, and then you can send it out to folks who have Vives and tell them to play it,
Mhm.
and there we go. And honestly, I'll let you can take the you can yeah. So since you're the person that like since you're like focused on like trying to get out there,
Mhm.
we would have to give that power on to you and stuff like that. And of course, you were the lead in the first place, so you get that power back from the project. So you can go ahead and just and do that and stuff because like I said, for me personally, right now, I'm going to be busy, and then my focus is going to go back to. I want to get cornhole everywhere out by the end of the year.
Mhm.
So in the middle of October, I'm gonna switch over back to AR and start and try to get that done with Nick. So that's gonna be my focus for the rest of the year, honestly, project wise. Not unless somebody comes and says, "Do you want to make this most awesome thing?" And I'm like, "Okay, everything's gone. I'm focused on that." Which really doesn't happen. But yeah, that's my thing. So that's all I can say about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shay?
What? What?
Are you comfortable with me just sending the build that he's got out for people to
Uh,
try?
If you want, I probably won't have time to do anything on it anytime. I could maybe just play it and refresh my memory on what all the things were, but yeah, I really won't have time to do anything on it anytime soon. But,
Okay.
um, the again, I know there's I know there's just certain puzzles that like most people didn't complete on their own.
Yeah, I think the
And
globe was one of them that they had.
yeah, and
recommended.
there's ideas we had on like the globe to make it better, but so that is that sort of stuff.
Okay.
I think was the big thing.
I don't think I have access to the repo on that.
I think you should.
What is that on?
It's on Bitbucket.
It was on Big
You
Buck.
were adding
Was
stuff. I thought.
Okay. I haven't been on
I
Bitbucket.
thought you added. Yeah. Because you added a bunch of
assets,
models. And, yeah.
Okay. Let's see if I can remember how to do this.
It's probably on your desktop even somewhere, all set up.
Probably. I did work on it on this desktop. I'll look for it. So as far as like, if I sync with it, then if I have it already, I'll just sync and get whatever you guys have been doing on.
Yeah, because we have, it was pretty. I'll double check myself personally, but I think everything has been pushed and all that fun stuff. But
Okay.
actually, where is it? No, that's not it.
Because it'd be
Okay,
really
let me
cool
see.
to be able to at least get it on there for October. That's in being Halloween sort of time.
Ooh, okay, yeah. Updating for testing. There actually is a little piece that needs to be pushed, so I'm gonna push it right now.
Okay. Cool. Well, I'll look at it then,
Awesome.
and I'll just. And Shay, you're saying you have 0 time at all ever for it, right?
Pretty much for the moment. Like doing the Sparkle Kitty stuff is
Too
all I
much.
have time
Yeah,
to
yeah,
do.
yeah. Okay. Well, I may then try to if I can't figure something out since you're busy. If
Just poke us.
I may try to see if I know anybody else that would be interested in poking. I don't think that there's anything that hopefully, like if it's the puzzle, maybe it's like updating the globe. I could probably do that. That was my puzzle anyway for the most part, I think.
I mean, you can upgrade the assets and everything in there, and it probably should be fine.
Yeah,
there was some like, not just changing the model, but I thought there was some like sort of functionality we wanted to add. I don't know.
Well, Shay, if you get a chance to play it, Leonard, if you'll please put a version on there that I can play and send to people, I'd appreciate it. If Shay, if you get a chance to play it, and if you see any glaring things or things that you can remember, just shoot me a message somehow.
Sure.
Real quick, or call me if you need to, whatever, and I'll write it down. Whatever takes the least amount of time for you guys. I'm not trying to bleed any more time out of you, but I'd like to try to get this on there, and even in the most basic shape, and then just update it. Just to kind of get something out on like a platform that everybody's using, so that we can say, hey, this is a project that we all worked on together. Here's where you can download it and play it on the Vive. We have one for the Google Cardboard. I don't think we're going to publish the one that we did for the wheelchair, because that was just too
required a wheelchair, sort of, didn't it?
Huh?
Sort of required the wheelchair, didn't it?
Yeah, it required the wheelchair and like resetting the circle periodically, and it was just too complicated to run without. We could take off the auto circle thing.
Yeah, auto rotate.
And
so part of it was just for sickness, right? Like, so.
Yeah.
If people don't mind the motion.
Yeah. There are people that don't mind the motion. They love roller coasters in VR. I can't do it myself, but there are people out there that can do it. So.
That's super crazy. So Shiloh, do you want to play all the puzzles?
The
build?
I like the random select thing that we had
Okay, so just 3.
at a time. Yeah.
All right. So I'll make a build for that.
Yeah. I
Um,
like the random generation because it's not like such a long game then, and different people can try it and get different combinations. I think it was real good for like a party situation.
yep.
It's kind of like Breakout.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna give you the start of the game too. Let me see.
Yeah, give me whatever you would publish to Steam, where
Yeah.
we're
So.
at right now. And that way,
mm,
if I send it to somebody, I say, play this and let me know what problems you see. And I'm not going to tell them anything else.
Right.
Yeah, if like yeah, you should have if we're gonna have like a start scene when we put it up on Steam, we should make sure that like people understand how to get through the start scene.
Yeah.
All that.
Yeah. So if we don't have that, then let me know. But if it seemed like it was pretty, I thought you had all of that in there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. We do have all of that in there.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah. We have. Yeah, we have everything in there. 'Cause we were going to release it, and then we got distracted by something. I don't know.
I thought that I needed to get a whole bunch of legal paperwork done, and
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure that if we do just open source, I can publish it just fine. I know a lot of the assets aren't open source, but yeah, I'll have to look at that.
Assets shouldn't be a problem for like publishing or for selling it, because usually those assets they have licenses that you're allowed to sell it and do whatever you want.
It's the collaboration and stuff from the individuals that worked on it. I want to make sure it's okay with. I mean, we all entered into the whole thing knowing that we were working on something together and wanted to publish it. And we're not trying to make money off of it or anything, so I don't think it'll be a big deal.
But still, the fact that we actually got something that was pretty solid to release and stuff. So, all right, yeah, that works. I'm making as we were talking, I'm making the build right now. Everything should be set right.
Perfect.
I'll test it out before I post it up and all that fun junk.
Great. Thank you so much, Leonard. Thank you, Shay.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
I can just go play it once at least today.
Yeah.
Okay, that'd be great. Yeah, let me know if you see anything glaring, and I'll definitely work on the globe puzzle. I know that was one that I could fix, and I might take a look at. I'll play it myself and go through it and see if I can remember, because we had like 50 people play it, and had some pretty good feedback from it. So.
Yeah, nobody really. I don't think we ever really got any like really big complaints at Let's Play that year. It was pretty.
It was mostly the globe puzzle, and then there was a couple of
people that didn't finish though.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people didn't finish.
There's people that we helped. I know.
Yeah.
I remember. I was not there a lot of time, but I know that when I was there, was people that like Shiloh would have to like sort of guide them.
The puzzle with the pieces of the animal that you stick on the board, that one was kind of weird. Finding the ears across the room and stuff were kind of hard.
For the type of game it is, though, it makes sense.
I mean, it does. It's sort of.
Some people are just not going to be able to. Solve it.
You want like a certain number to be able to solve it.
Yeah.
Like if 95% of the people can't solve one of the puzzles, that's a problem.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Did you know?
No, oh my God! I so wanted it. God, curse this sharing of screen.
That's not delivery.
Oh, curse this screen. Oh my God.
All right,
I'm trying to do stuff.
Thank you for listening to me about Mortimer's Mansion. I appreciate it. I really want to get that out there. I think everybody that worked on that really would like to see that published. So.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
And people have been asking me about it. That's kind of what prompted this. I'm like,
cool.
Yeah, we really need to publish that. So.
Yep. All right, fully coolly. Was there anything about Sparkle Kitty that we need to talk about before we leave?
I think we're good.
Yeah, we're good. We just meet on Tuesday and talk
Yep.
about that.
Yep.
All righty.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you, everyone.
All right.
Have a good Sunday.
You too.
All right.
Bye.
Bye bye. Love y'all.